Hi, welcome back. My name is Greg, and today I'm going to show you a simple, healthy, delicious, gourmet style meal that you can prepare in your home in less than 20 minutes for only around 10 bucks. Sound good? Alright, let's get started. You're going to need about a third to half a stick of butter, a fresh lemon, some capers, small jar of capers, some fresh lump crab meat, make sure you get the lump crab, and two nice tilapia fillets. For a side, I've got some fresh broccoli florets that I've cut and put in a bowl. You're also going to need a little bit of salt and pepper and a few tablespoons of canola oil and a tablespoon of water. Let's get started. Now, any white fish is going to work great for this, a red snapper, or my personal favorite, rainbow trout. But I chose tilapia because it's very economical and it can be found just about everywhere. Of course, fresh is going to be best, but if you can only get it frozen, frozen is fine. Just thaw it out on a plate in your refrigerator for about 8 hours prior to cooking. Or for a quick thaw method, you could put the fillets in a Ziploc bag and run cold tap water over them for a few minutes until they're thawed and ready to go. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my butter in my little saute pan on low heat, and I'm going to take some canola oil and I'm going to put, about 3 tablespoons or so, maybe 4, in my heavy frying skillet. Just enough to cover the bottom. Now I'm using canola oil rather than olive oil because canola oil you can get it a lot hotter before it starts smoking. It has olive oil has a lower tolerance. So when we want to get the pan very hot, we want to get the oil. We're going to take it right to the point where it begins to smoke. We want to have the pan very hot and the oil very hot when we pan-sear our fish. Okay, and while that's going on, I'm going to take my lump crab meat, which I've already opened the lid. I'm just going to drain the water off the crab. It's very important. You don't want the briny water. You can just do that by taking the lid and squeezing it against the crab meat so all the water's out. Next, we're going to take our lemon. I'm going to slice it up nice and thin. Take my knife and I'm going to first cut it in half. Now I just need a few really thin slices. I'm going to try to slice it as thin as possible. You'll see why in a moment. Oops, wasn't a very good one. Try to get me a nice round slice. A little better. Okay. Apparently it's time to sharpen the knife a little bit. Okay, I'm going to take a slice off the other side here and see if I had any better luck. Okay, so we've got a few thin slices. Those are mostly for garnish, as you'll see in a few minutes. And I'm going to take my tilapia. Now, if it had been frozen and I had thawed it, I would probably want to pat it dry with a paper towel. But these are already pretty dry, so I'm just going to put a liberal amount of salt and pepper on them. Okay, so we're ready to go. Okay, my butter's good and melted. I've got my canola oil getting really hot, so I'm going to turn my butter to about medium heat, and I'm going to spoon in the crab meat. Just stir in the butter. And the crab meat is already cooked, so you don't want to cook it on high or cook it too long, or it'll just turn to mush. So enough of my butter on low, and now I'll turn it up to about medium because I just want it good and hot, but I just want to warm it. I'm going to add a dash of salt and pepper to it. And I'm going to take my lemon slices that we cut earlier and just toss them right in there on top. And my capers. Actually, I should have put the capers on there first. Getting a little bit ahead of myself here. Now, you don't want the briny water in the capers, so I'm just going to use a tiny fork to dish some out. And probably at least a couple of tablespoons. Okay, about like that. Again, I'm just going to toss them in there and put them back on top. And basically just let that sit there and simmer for a minute while we do our fish. In the meantime, I've added a tablespoon of water to my broccoli, and I'm going to pop it in the microwave for about 2 minutes and steam it in the microwave. But that's about how long it's going to take to do this fish. Okay, got it nice and hot. It's ready to go. I'm just going to take the fillets. I'm just going to lay them right here. The key to pan-searing any type of fish or scallops is to have your pan really hot. Alright, looking good. I'm going to turn that down low and just set it off to the side there to keep warm. My 2-minute timer on my broccoli's gone off, so I'm going to flip the fish. Oh, look at that golden brown. Alright, leave it there. Just like that for another minute and a half, 2 minutes. Okay, I think that's just about going to do it. So I'm going to plate it up here. Doesn't that look delicious? Now for a wine pairing, a Chardonnay would be the popular choice, and of course that would work very well. But you don't always have to pair fish and seafood with white wine. A light and fruity Pinot Noir from Oregon State would be my choice. Sounds great. Well, that's all for today. Until that time, bon appetit.